Yeah, and then she was like, is this contagious? Oh, is this on? Hey everybody, this is yehdawg, and I'm coming to you with a game that's going to be changing up my style of things lately, as of late. So I've lately been casting games from Red Bull Battlegrounds Washington 2014, but I thought I'd change it up a bit and get involved in the community. I found this lovely subreddit called CastIt, where people can upload their replays and by tagging it TVZ, ZvZ, or what have you, and then posting what league they're in, and then interesting title, and then casters who are involved in the community will gladly pick up the game, see the replay, cold cast it, and then upload it on YouTube to, on their channel. I thought it was a great idea. I didn't even know this community existed. It gives a good opportunity for casters to get involved with the community, and also just to get some practice in, because as fun as it is to cast pro level games, it also is good practice to cast lower level leagues too, because not all tournaments are going to be just a bunch of grandmaster players duking it out. It's also good to get involved in tournaments like Plat tournaments, gold tournaments. They're fun. People still want to have their games casted, so it gives a good opportunity for the casters, but it's also a good opportunity for the players too to get that glorified feeling of having casters commentate on their game and give them feedback, and then it's a good feeling that people are watching your game, and you're having people commentate your games like the guys in the big leagues. It's cool. It's an interesting experience. So I decided to cast this game. It seemed like a pretty cool game to cast. It is a ZvZ. I have yet to cast a ZvZ because guess what? There aren't many Zerg players, especially in terms of how many Zerg pro players are in these WCS tournaments as of late. I mean, it's not that it's not that unbalanced, but it's like 6 Protoss, 6 Terran, and then 4 Zergs in the that are qualified for BlizzCon. But that's not too bad for the Zerg. You can still come back at it. I know everyone's complaining that Zerg is supremely underpowered, but you know what? I still think Zerg is a beautiful race. It's just their time hasn't come. It's gonna come. But enough of me talking about that. Let's talk about the players. We got SgtSchultz. I'm sorry. I would do more research as to how to pronounce these names, but I didn't have the time, nor did I have the ability to communicate with these players beforehand. And you got SgtSchultz, who's part of iPunk. I'm gonna be guessing that these guys are part of a similar clan, as they do have similar names. So he's gonna be Duck, spawning as the red Zerg at the top spawn location at King Sejong Station, and then they're gonna have the blue Zerg spawning as we're gonna have the blue Zerg who's gonna be SgtSchultz spawning at the bottom right hand spawning location. So King Sejong Station, it's not a very big map, nor is it a very small map, but it's a very direct map. So it's very direct. So he leaves room for drops. So it's pretty good for Terran. It leaves your options open for that. There is one way to blink up onto the main too, if you are Protoss, and leave good range for siege tanks too. But this is a ZvZ, so it doesn't really matter. A ZvZ, if you all don't know, is like a two guys just duking it out, throwing units at each other. I think people like to call it like a slap happy match of lings and roaches. But the reason I took on this game is because in the title it said it wasn't a typical ZvZ, which is nice to see. Both players taking their naturals as right now, and in a ZvZ, usually they like to go for this fast upgrade in terms of melee. That's exactly what Duck's going for, the red Zerg. He's going to be going for that. It's going to help a lot in terms of how much DPS output his lings do, as compared to Schultz, whose lings aren't even fastlings yet, so they can't keep up with the harass of the faster fully upgraded lings in terms of speed. He can just run into the base right here, and the lings of Schultz won't even be able to keep up. Look at how slow they are as compared. But the wings do pop as the upgrade finishes, and both players are going to be duking it out right here over at the base of Duck. The reason it's just pretty chaotic in the ZvZ. It's like tug of war, really. If I had to create an analogy or metaphor, it's just it goes back and forth. So the lings of Schultz died, wasn't able to pick off any drones. Still 0-0 workers killed for both sides. But a Baneling nest coming down for Schultz right now, so he's going to be going for Baneling timing, And the natural expansion of Schultz is going to pop, same timing with Duck. So they are pretty similar in terms of how fast they're going to get their early expansion up. So both players playing off one gas. Doesn't seem like Duck is going to be going for anything, any more tech, as he's only off of one Vespine Geyser as of now. He's going to be getting the Baneling Nest now. Doesn't seem like any of the players are going for a Roach Warren as of yet. A Lair is going to be being morphed in for Schultz, but if you look at the production, there are a lot of lings streaming across the map for Duck. If we look at the unit tab, we got 30 lings against 1 Baneling out of Schultz, so it doesn't seem like he's got anything. Baneling connecting on a big chunk of that army though, so 20 lings now. The 10 lings did go down in that. So these lings going in here, trying to get this queen, is able to get the queen pick off, and let's see if he's gonna be able to get some workers. I mean, he's gonna be pulling his lings in here, gonna try and get the spine crawler, which is doing a lot of damage. In the meantime, he's gonna also be trying to kill as many drones as possible. Another queen pops, and in the background behind this, Duck is gonna be going for his third expansion, losing all these lings, producing 8 more and 6 more coming out of Schultz as of now. There is going to be a little bit of income disparity. It's going to be 20 workers against 32 of Schultz. So it doesn't seem like Duck was producing any drones behind that. Is he going to be making drones? Come on. He's got 23 drones coming out right now. No, he's got 23 drones right now. He needs to be saturating this base, otherwise it's useless. Same thing goes for this base, his third, but he's still producing lings. So he's really going to be trying to do a lot of damage with this. Or trying to do enough. I mean, again, let me remind you, this is a platinum game, so I can't really call everything that's going on right now. I mean, he's able to pick up a lot of drones. He's forcing Schultz to pull drones to protect himself against this ling aggression. Overlord from Duck is just kind of chilling over here, being like, hey, I'm taking the hits for you guys. Big Blimpy, gonna be taking the hits. Put the team on my back, let this queen shoot at me. But can they get this thing? Can they get this queen? That's gonna be a big up for Duck, as he was able to kick off the queen before this. So yeah, that's another queen down. That means less larva ejects for Schultz for the rest of this game. I mean, he's gonna be producing a queen now again for his natural, and a spire is coming out from Schultz. So he is saving his resources, and he's using his income advantage to go for a spire. Is he hiding this though? Where's the spire? It's coming out right here. It does seem like Duck knows about it though. He's gonna be coming into the main, gonna try and get as many drone kills as he can. He's got 15 workers killed by Duck right now against Schultz, and that's just not a good position to be in a mirror matchup. You don't want to lose the economic edge behind your opponent. Because you just, as soon as you fall behind in that income, you can't just produce. You can't produce sorry guys, you can't produce enough, especially in a Zerg versus Zerg, because you need a lot of income to just keep remaxing, lose an army, remax, back and forth, tug of war. So I like this building placement by Schultz though. He is going to be limiting how big this the ramp of his natural expansion is going to be, which is good, which is very good, because the less surface area you got, the less room you got for lings to pass through. He's got these bang lings just being defensive, just in case a bunch of lings want to come in here. But what Duck could do is just send one ling in here, harass these, and have all of them blow up. That'd be pretty funny. But let's see how saturated he's getting his bases. He doesn't seem like, he's droning up right now. He's going for a lair tech himself, but as you can see, Schultz is going to be producing mutas right now, so he's going to be going for mutatech. He's got, how many mutas does he have right now? He's got about 4 mutas. Has he sent them across the map yet? He's got 4 mutas just popped. Just popped. Going to get some map control, going to take out overlords. Be really annoying by doing this kind of harassment, because it does supply block your opponent, and it limits how much vision they're going to get too. So this is kind of unorthodox. Definitely unorthodox, because the normal ZvZ definitely just goes with Ling, Baneling, and Roaches, and it's just sometimes it evolves too into having Hydras put out there as well. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening. I mean, we got Spore Crawlers, a little bit of overreaction considering there are only 4, okay, now 6 mutas. Bunch of Spore Crawlers coming out for Duck. He's not playing games here. Look, he's got 1, 2, 3, he's getting 4. You know, why stop there? Why stop there, man? Go for 5. Go for 5. Make sure you have 1 Spore Crawler for every single muta that Schultz has. These mutas coming in here, loses 1 muta already. He's going to try and pick out that queen. Not going to make it. Muta control seems just So we could be kind of lacking. Gonna be losing another Muta. Oh, actually, it micros that Muta back, but still loses another Muta behind that. He needs to pull these back because, really, if you want to do some really good Muta harass, you need at least, I would say, like 8 to 10. 8 to 10 Mutas to go in there and hit the mineral line of your opponent. It's gonna be able to do some damage. Hasn't been able to do much because if your Muta line is just, Muta ball is very thin. Even though this guy, he's got like 3 spore crawlers, even if he had 1, if you only have 4, it's going to do a lot of damage, and you're not going to be able to just go in and bomb, basically just hit and run your opponent's mineral line like you need to. So, you know, upgrades coming out for Duck. He's going to be going for ranged attack and carapace, and also melee. So he's already 1-1 upgraded with his roaches, so he's going to be going for a 2-2 as of now. So he's going for roaches. It's kind of interesting play. Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting response considering that his opponent is going Muta. Another Overlord being picked off by Schultz, who's getting his Muta count up and away. He's producing more Mutas. 2 more coming out of Schultz. But let's see how many he's got. He's got 12 now. It doesn't seem like they're all bunched together. He needs to rally them together. And also, he should probably go for +1 attack for these Mutas too, because if you're going to invest this much in it, getting that +1 attack is really going to help with how much DPS output they're going to be able to do, especially when it comes to the mineral line. But it's going to be kind of interesting here because Duck doesn't have anything that shoots up. He's going to be coming here with roaches. He's going to come and attack the natural. Going to be pushing up the ramp. These banelings on hold position, all just going to die to the fire from these roaches. These roaches kind of buff. They got 1-1 upgrades. Going to be coming in here just pushing in because he has the unit count. You just come in here and brute strength this natural expansion. He's going to come in here and try and do a lot of damage and possibly take down this natural expansion. Is going to get it, but these Mutas do come in, are going to be able to clean up all these roaches. And if we look at workers killed, 18 workers killed by Duck. In the meantime, he is going to be sending these Lings into the 3rd expansion of Schultz, which is going to do a fair amount of damage. He's able to pick off more drones. 3 more drones do go down as he's also going to be morphing into Baneling. Hopefully Schultz is going to see this and take it out. Oh, he does see it. He's going to take it out. Does get taken out. Let's see how many Mutas he's got now. He's got 14 Mutas. Decent Muta count now. Decent Muta count. But if we look at the game timer, it's 16 minutes. And, yeah, both players are still below, at least Duck is. He's below 100 supply. You want to try and saturate these bases and get your army up as, as soon as possible, especially against your Zerg opponent, while laying on some aggression. Especially Schultz, he should be pulling on some aggression with these Mutas, not just keeping him at home. He's going to be counterattacking now after he's cleaning up the rest of the forces of Sergeant Duck. Duck, let's see his income. He's got 41 harvesters, so he's down in drones. But it hasn't really saturated his 3rd base. He's going to have to defend against this. Let's see what he's producing. He's producing Hydras now. He's got roaches coming out, and he's getting banelings too to deal with the Ling count of Schultz. So Schultz gonna come in here, shoot these spine crawlers, because guess what? They can't hit back. That's unfair, man. They can't hit back. Stop it. Just stop it. Spine crawlers aren't finished yet at the 3rd expansion, so these Lings are gonna have a heyday at the drone line. They're able to take out how many drones? They will only take out 1 actually. So I thought that looked a lot more dire than I thought it was gonna be. These Mutas in the natural expansion, trying to do a lot of damage, but he's going to be losing a lot. He's down to 12, so he did lose a decent amount. Let's look at lost resources. So it looks like Schultz is losing more resources. He's almost at 7,000 resources lost, but it's probably explained because he's investing so much in Mutas, and Mutas aren't cheap, and especially if you keep losing them. And Schultz is going to be going for, Duck is going to be going for his Hydralisk and Baneling army composition. So let's look at what the unit composition is for both players. We got Hydras, we got Roaches, we got Banelings out for Duck, and then for Schultz we got what do we got for Schultz? We got Mutas and drones and a couple queens. So Schultz is gonna have to produce. He does actually not have the bank right now to produce right now. If he needs to get units out. So I think against a unit composition like this, he just needs to get some roaches out. It's gonna, be able to negate how many. Yeah, it's exactly what he's doing. He's getting roaches out. Getting 4 more behind us. Let's see how many roaches he's got. He's got 16 roaches and 19 Mutas. That's the engagement right here. These Banelings you're gonna be connecting, but not doing a lot of damage against these roaches. These Hydras doing the work on these Mutas though. The Muta count getting a little whittled away, but I think Schultz came out ahead in that engagement. These Hydras don't have speed upgrade, nor is there creep across the map for them to retreat very fast from the army of Schultz. So Schultz is going to go push across the map, is going to counterattack. 4 more units coming out for Schultz, but in behind this, in response, we're getting 11 Hydras coming out for Duck. So he's going to be just, you know, pushing out a bunch of Hydras. If you look at the creep spread from Duck, it's non-existent. It's not really there. So Duck, if you hear this in the future, you might want to try and do a little bit more creep spread, especially if you're going to go for Hydras. It's going to definitely help in going back and forth with your opponent. These roaches by Schultz coming in here. Let's see how many upgrades they've got. They actually have 0 upgrades, so they're going to be coming in here because he does have the count to just push in here. These Hydras going to come in. Don't have anything in the front because Hydras are glass cannons. They need roaches or something in front of them to take the hits because they just go down when it comes to how many roaches there are. But it does seem that Schultz doesn't have enough roaches to actually pull this off. He should have focused down on the mineral line of Duck and just pulled back out, but it didn't seem like he's going to do that. Instead, he's going to go for this 4th expansion and then push in with these mutas right into the mineral line of Duck. Gonna, you know, here comes the micro. Yeah, here comes the micro. There you go. But oh, infestors coming out from Duck. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that coming. Okay, infestors are out from Duck. He's gonna be able to catch this mutaball. Oh no! Again, that combo. And when an infestor catches a mutaball with a fungal growth, and he's got enough energy and a bunch of other infestors with him, oh, guess what? You're getting comboed, son. Just fungal growth after fungal growth, and you're gonna lose that ball of mutas. I'm sorry. So you really have to be careful and not lose your mutas to a composition like that. I mean to a play like that. So if you look at the income from both players, it does seem like Duck is in the lead now, so he's gonna be able to produce a lot faster and a much stronger and scarier army as compared to Schultz. It's almost about double, so he's at 57 workers, 44 coming out. 44 workers for Schultz. He doesn't have any creep spread. I mean, he's got this, but this creep highway needs to go. And also for Duck, the creep highway isn't even connecting his main or his natural, nor is it connecting his 2nd or 3rd. And as a Zerg player, you really at least need your 2nd and 3rd to be connected so you can defend harassment and drops. Schultz coming in here still has not upgraded these mutas at all, so they could be doing a lot more damage than they are right now. And they could also be harassing the mineral line a lot more than they are right now. Oh, this Hydra count is scary though. Fungal growth comes down. It's able to pick off 2 more mutas. Duck is going to go for his 4th expansion as well. So it does seem like Duck is in the lead because he's got a bigger food count and he's got a good response to the mutaball. It doesn't seem like Schultz is producing anything behind it that's gonna you know, do well in terms of army composition. I mean, he's streaming. He's got mutas and he's not really spending much, really. He needs to spend more money. Spend more money, man. You got roaches out. That's nice. You got 7 roaches. You got 9 banelings. But to be honest, if you want a good army composition against this, he should. I would say go for some just mass roach against this with some hydras behind it. I think that would be good, especially if you got mutas in there. Mutas can come in from the side, pick off the infestors, and then also just occupy Duck's attention. Oh, these good connects with these banelings in the front. These roaches getting fungled. All these mutas going down from the hydras in the back. These infestors just walking straight to their death. And the roach count from Schultz is going to dwindle. He is producing 14, 15 more roaches behind this. 12 hydras coming out of Duck as to reinforce his army back at home. But Duck does still have a sizable force at the 3rd base of Schultz. He's going to be pushing in. He's going to take out a queen, some straggling roaches that are rallied to come in and try and take out this force. But these hydras are just doing work. They're just putting out, the DPS is just way too much for Schultz to handle, especially because he doesn't have the upgrades to deal with it. It's +2, +1 for attack and armor for Duck. So he's got the upgrade advantage. He's got the supply advantage too. There's just way too much from Duck at the 3rd base of Schultz. I really don't know how he's going to deal with this. He's got to stream units in here. He can't stream them in 1 by 1. If he just streams them in 1 by 1, they're just going to die 1 by 1. And if you look across the map, he's going to be able to clean everything up at the 3rd expansion. And the 3rd expansion actually does go down. So this is a good position for Duck to be in. He's getting the income lead. If you look at the income again, it's almost double. He's almost doubled. He's got the production. He's got the army count. He's got his 4th base up. He should get some creep highway going. If you look at the APM, oh, it's at 400 for Sergeant Duck at that moment. GG's called from Schultz, as he just doesn't have an army, nor does he have the production to keep up with Duck at that point, and that game's over. That game's done. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so what happened in that game? So, obviously, Duck did come out victorious because he did have a better income. So, especially the mirror matchup, your economy is very, very important. I mean, any matchup, sure it is, but in a mirror matchup, it is near identical. You're producing at the exact same. You can produce at the exact same rate as your opponent, because if a Zerg wants to drone up, guess what? So does your opponent, because he's a Zerg. He can drone up too. Both players, especially Duck, went for early aggression. Didn't drone up behind getting his third base. I think he could have done much more damage if he just decided to drone up for a bit and get that drone count up to 44, maybe to 60-ish, and then start producing his R. He could have maxed out way earlier than this. Both players never made it past like 130 or 150 food. So if they just did that, both players, if they got their drone count much higher, they could have just been able to do a lot more damage and produce a lot more. Schultz unit composition was very interesting. He decided to go for banelings and lings and roaches and mutas to deal with Duck's army composition, which was just originally lings, banelings, and roaches. But in response to Schultz's mutas, Duck did go for infestors, which were able to take out a lot of mutas. If we look at the the money of units lost, it's like 24,000 for Schultz at the end of that game. So he did lose a lot more, especially when he lost that huge mutaball to that fungal growth right about here. Duck did seem to be the stronger player in terms of APM, did have a stronger economy, was doing a lot of things right. He was doing a lot of things right. And if you guys are watching this and you are these Plat players and you are other players who are in Platinum, hey, me chuckling in the game and me like wow is not because I'm like, wow, you guys are bad. Guess what? I'm a Plat player too. No. I'm doing that because it's actually taking me off guard, because I've been casting a bunch of professional matches, and like, of course, when everything is going down to a T, you gotta build order down to a T. You can micro and be everywhere. The game's more fluid, and you can kind of like, if you try to predict something and you try to make a call in a game like that, you can be a little more accurate. Whereas in a Platinum game, there's so much more room for error and so many, more variables going on. The APM's not up to par with, these professional players. And also, like when you think they're going to do something like, oh, in response to, X, they're going to go Y, and it doesn't happen, you're like, oh shit, okay, I just said that and it didn't happen. So that's why for, my tone is the way it is. It's not because I'm being condescending or anything. So don't take it like that. This was a good game. It was interesting. I thought it was entertaining, and I hope other people find it entertaining too. I want to cast more games, so if you like this, and I'm going to be posting this on Reddit. I don't know who you are who uploaded this game. If you're Sergeant Duck or Sergeant Schultz, maybe you're Duck. I'm going to assume you're Duck because you posted it, and you're proud because you won. Great game, man. Great game. And I hope you post more interesting matches too. I'd like to cast those as well. If you like the way I casted, please like the video, share, and also share it with Sergeant Schultz if he's part of some kind of team that you're a part of. I think he might enjoy this video as well. I hope you enjoyed watching your game get cast. I know the casting quality wasn't up to par with a lot of other people, but I am practicing, so be gentle, okay? Be very gentle. Hopefully it was entertaining at least. I am also casting after work, so I am quite tired. Wow. 53 drones to 29. That is dismal. Well, that does make sense because he did take out the third expansion. Anyways, I digress. That was a good game. Both players, I would like to see a little bit more creep spread out of you next time. It would help in this tug of war between ZvZ. So if you want tips, please do that. It's going to help you out so much. And also, just drone up. Drone up, you're going to just, defend drone up. Play a little bit defensive. Just don't be on hyper aggression the entire time. And you can produce an army. And I guarantee you max out much earlier. Probably around like the 15-minute mark at most, if you decide, if you so wish. But anyways, that's me digressing. Yep, this is me, yehdawg. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's so late over here. I hope you liked the video. Please like the video. Okay. All right. Peace.